Welcome back. The political news in full. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi performed on Monday Eid al-Fitr prayers at El Mushir Tantawi Mosque. The president was accompanied by Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, Parliament Speaker Hanafi al-Gebeli, Defense Minister General Mohammad Zaki, Armed Forces Chief of Staff Osama Askar, Grand Imam Sheikh Ahmad al-Tayyib, and a number of ministers and top officials. After the prayer, the president shook hands with some police and army martyrs' children. President Sisi also attended a celebration marking Eid al-Fitr with families of armed forces and police martyrs and some of the injured during security operations. The celebration included a concert and was attended by some actors. During the celebration, the martyrs' children presented a gift for the president. The president also honored a number of families of the martyrs and medical crews. The president also extended a special greeting to the actors who starred at the Al-Akhtiyar and Al-Aidun series, saying their work reflected historical realities. The president called upon the Egyptians to keep the country, saying that the terrorist brotherhood group had warned the army of posing threats to the country's security for 3 times. The president participated with the martyrs' children in some activities during the celebration. Marking Eid al-Fitr, Ministry of Interior handed over gifts from President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi to the families of police martyrs who offered their souls for the sake of their homeland. The families thanked the president for remembering the martyrs and his appreciation to their sacrifices.
قدموا أرواحهم للوطن فارقون بأجسادهم لكنهم أحياء بذكراهم في وجدان كل مصري.
أبويا شهيد دي حاجة أكيد تشرفني.
الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي رئيس الجمهورية يحرص على الاحتفاء بهم ومعهم في المناسبات والأعياد، ومنها عيد الفطر المبارك، يبعث لهم الهدايا.
Egyptians held Eid al-Fitr prayers at mosques and yars nationwide. Joy and happiness overwhelmed the atmosphere amid precautionary measures. Health Ministry also announced the plan of securing celebrations, including 2,151 ambulances, 11 ambulance boats, and raising the level of readiness in all hospitals' emergency departments. Ministry of Interior also deployed security services across the streets and squares, main access, tourist destinations, parks, and the River Nile. Muslims around the world returned to celebrate Eid al-Fitr in full swing Monday after 2 years of subdued festivities due to the pandemic restrictions and travel curbs. Eid al-Fitr marks the end of the Islamic holy month of Ramadan, when the faithful fast from dawn to dusk. More details.
Muslims around the world marked Eid al-Fitr holiday with spirituality and joy, as the smell of freshly baked orange biscuits and powdered sugar-dusted cookies typically fills the air. The housewives made quantities of sweet treats and give as gifts to relatives and neighbors. Eid al-Fitr, which began Monday in Egypt and many Muslim-majority countries, marks the end of Islamic holy month of Ramadan. This year, Muslims around the world are observing Eid al-Fitr, typically marked with communal prayers, celebratory gatherings around festive meals, and new clothes in the shadow of a surging global food prices, exacerbated by the war in Ukraine. Against the backdrop, many are still determined to enjoy the Eid amid easing of coronavirus restrictions in their countries, while for others, the festivities are dampened by conflict and economic hardship. The war in Ukraine and sanctions on Russia have disrupted supplies of grain and fertilizer, driving up food prices at a time when inflation was already rising.
Under President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's instructions, sovereign state authorities succeeded in securing the release of 20 Egyptian sailors who were held in Yemen. The released sailors were provided with all sorts of care to ensure their safety, and their return home is being facilitated. Tunisian President Kais Saied said in a televised speech on Sunday